What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are concluding our adventures through Mobile Suit Gundam F91. Last time, we learned of Cecily, who was a member of the Rona family. The family helped build Crossbone Vanguard, who took control of the frontier colonies in Side 4. One thing we didn't emphasize last time was that Cecily's mother and stepfather fled from the Rona family, but her mother fled again. This time, Crossbone Vanguard will begin their attack on Frontier 1, and Iron Mask goes against the Rona family and unleashes a secret weapon. So let's get into this. EFF continues its attack on Frontier 4 in an attempt to take out Crossbone Vanguard from its occupation. They are killing civilians in the process. And this dog, Cecily's grandfather Meitzer, tells Cecily about the absolute democracy that guides the Federation. The people of Earth are now returning to Earth. In UC 105, the Federation passed a bill that opened a floodgate for people to return to Earth. This is what Mafty was trying to prevent. We are now seeing this play out as only the elite can return to Earth currently. He believes that the future of human life is in space, and believes that aristocracy should rule based off ideologies. He believes that human rights are equal, but no two people's ideals are the same, and certain ideals matter more than others. Haman and the third generation of Zeon believe this as well, as Neo-Zeon treated their occupation like the Crusades. Also, they are casually having this conversation while being attacked. The heavy gun pilot is Birgit. On the space arc, Cosmo told Reese about her mother's involvement with F91 in order to unlock the code to get it up and running. Cosmo gives Seabook a good old bright slap. Reese tells them that this isn't a code, but a pattern. The pattern is a bridge. She uses a cat's cradle to show a pattern she used to make as a kid. Do kids still play with string like this anymore? Birgit thinks this is a wiring pattern. Cosmo wants Seabook to pilot the Gundam, but he don't wanna. Anna-Marie Bourget is a trainee under Zabine. She is obviously really into him and doesn't like that Zabine is giving Cecily personal training exercises. Also, the dub says Zabine, but I'm pretty sure it should be Zabine. I get it. I don't translate Puru. Who wants to say pool? The score of this movie is shameless and just rips off Star Wars. She heads out to Frontier 1, where Dorel destroys a G-Cannon. The F91 G-Cannon is built by SNRI and is a simplified version of the F70 Cannon Gundam. This is inferior to the Cannon Gundam as it is made with off-the-shelf parts built during peacetime, so it was designed for riot suppression within colonies. However, it outperforms the Heavy Gundam and can replace its cannons with parts from F90's mission packs. It is equipped with Vulcans, a quadruple machine cannon, a double beam gun, a beam saber, the heavy gun beam rifle, and the heavy gun shield. Dorel goes into the colony against his orders. Resistance fighters meet up with the space arc. One resistance fighter looks an awfully lot like Cecily's mother. This is Nadia Fairchild. Seabook, being the only engineer they have, gets the Gundam up and running. This little dick kid steals this kid's food. Someone needs a bright slap. The space arc notices Dorel's forces, and Seabook launches in the Gundam. The F91, Gundam F91, is a Formula Project mobile suit built by SNRI, and like all mobile suits, designed under the Formula Project. It has a miniaturized reactor which nearly doubles the output of the big boys. The VSBR, or Variable Speed Beam Rifle, is the Gundam F91's most powerful weapon. It is capable of firing beams of different speed to achieve either high destructive power or high penetrative power. Penetrative. This is most likely to allow mobile suit fighting in a colony to be less destructive. Monica Arno built the biocomputer, which is derived from a Psychomu system and puts less strain on the pilot than the original Psychomu. It is built around human intuition and can control the mobile suit with just human thought. The multiple construction armor can activate the metal peel-off effect, which uses metallic particles to create after images. This is the most cooled Gundam we have seen, as this thing has so many radiators. Other weapons include Vulcans, a mega machine cannon, a beam saber, a beam rifle, the beam launcher, and a beam shield. It could also pick up and use the Danan Gay's beam rifle. Birgit engages with Crossbone Vanguard. Dorel doesn't understand why his father is hesitating to take the colony. Seabook comes to help and casually kills 3 Danan Gays. He has himself a little existential crisis. Dorel takes this as a sign and retreats. We then cut to Seabook on Frontier 4 trying to find Cecily. He ran away from the space arc, but it's such a jarring cut you wonder for a second if you missed something. He sneaks onto an estate occupied by the Ronas. He finds Cecily to take her back, but she doesn't want to leave with him. Also, she has a Mulan moment. Seabook flees before Zabine is able to shoot him. She decides that she will be the idol of Crossbone Vanguard and Cosmo Babylonia. They hold a celebration for the people of Frontier 4. The people seem to be split. Some like the occupation, and others protest it. Seabook is in the crowd when he stumbles onto his father. He is running resistance activities when Crossbone Vanguard attacks them. A mobile suit attacks their car, critically injuring his father. They escape out of the colony in F91. Anna Marie chases. While in the Gundam, his father tells him not to blame his mother before passing away. Lieutenant Bardo of the Federation's 3rd Army and Cosmo of the civilian forces want to use this motley crew to fend off Crossbone Vanguard. They get intel that they have a weapon of mass destruction and wonder if it is gas. Seabook wonders if Cecily is willing to allow this weapon to be used on the people. Nadia and Theo Fairchild meet with Kurotso, aka Iron Mask. Why are they back together? Did the movie black out again and forget to tell us something? She tells Cecily that she is not Bararona, but Kurotso tells Nadia to keep her emotions in check. Cause she's a girl. He says he wears the mask to hide his emotions for the sake of his lineage. As he walks away, Theo falls dead. They killed him, but it doesn't really show how. I like to think that someone just whipped out a poison dart. Dwight is trying to convince Seabook to take them and F91 to Crossbone Vanguard, as everyone is getting treated like crap on the space ark. He wants to see Cecily.
Yeah, I miss her.
Iron Mask is on the Zalmath Gar. The Zalmath Gar class ship is the flagship of the Crossbone Vanguard fleet. This ship has a retractable bridge which goes inside the hull of the ship. This is used for protection. The ship can separate into 4 sections. It also stores Crossbone Vanguard's secret weapon. Armaments include 4 main twin megaparticle guns, 2 secondary twin particle guns, and 6 twin cannons. They are prepping the secret weapon codenamed Bugs. It is important that they don't hurt the colony in this operation. Cecily is launching with Zabine and his Black Vanguard team. Cecily launches in the Vignagina. I'm sorry, excuse me? Did you say vagina? The XM-07 Vignagina is an advanced mobile suit by Crossbone Vanguard. It is based off of the doggy Iris and given to Bararona as a gift. It was originally piloted by Anna Marie. It has 4 shelf nozzles on the back and increased propellant capacity. Its performance is comparable to F91. Weapons include a beam shield, a beam saber, the doggy Iris's beam rifle, and it will later get a beam launcher after Cecily obviously defects. It also has a beam flag emitter. Zabine thinks that Cecily is a new type. Anna Marie defects and gives the Space Ark crew some data. She is mad that Zabine didn't give her attention. Everyone gets high on paint fumes. As EFF engages with Crossbone Vanguard, the kids prep a shuttle to bail if things get bad. Oh, and they almost suffocate a baby. They will hide outside of the colony while the Space Ark heads to a mining colony inside Frontier 1. Anna Marie launches in her newly painted doggy Iris. Inside the colony at the abandoned SNRI facility, Seabook's mother, Monica Arno, is trying to get on board the Space Ark. Birgit is struggling in the heavy gun. He runs distraction while Seabook handles business. Anna Marie attacks Zabine and the Burga Gyros. The XM-05 Burga Gyros is an upgraded version of the Burga Dallas. Its reactor output is 540 kilowatts, which is greater than F91's output. The weapon set is the same as the Burga Dallas, but this unit's shot lancer has 4 heavy machine guns instead of 2. They have a really sexy fight. It's actually very Shakespearean. Zabine fires his heavy machine gun at close range, killing her in the process. Cecily is starting to doubt Crossbone Vanguard. I mean, later she's going to say that she always doubted them, but this is her snap out of it moment. If you're following along in our Gundam Awakening novel coverage, this is most likely what happened to Sean. Death by sheet metal. Tragic. Crossbone Vanguard begins firing beam blasts inside the colony. Space Ark joins the battle. Seabook is able to heavily damage Zabine's Burga Gyros. F91 attacks the vagina. Cecily can sense that it is Seabook. She doesn't want to go back to the Ronas. The two retreat to the Space Ark.
It was because of you that there was a bloody massacre at Frontier 4! I thought that was you!
Captain Leah Lee allows her to join their forces as they don't have many soldiers. Iron Mask is readying the bugs. Monica is able to track down the Space Ark and find Reese. She learns that he was piloting the Gundam. Like everyone that shows up on Frontier, they ask her to help out. Are you breathing? You're breathing. You could fight. Seabook and Monica have an awkward handshake. The Zalmath Gar splits into separate pieces. Iron Mask unleashes the bugs. The bug is a Minovsky-Craft-powered disc-shaped human-killing machine. This is designed to kill civilians of the Frontier colony without causing destruction to the colony itself. Along with the Minovsky-Craft system, it also uses verniers and is completely autonomous. The rotating chainsaw can cut through Gundarium alloy. Parent bugs can send in tinier child bugs to kill in small spaces. The bugs kill randomly to create balance. Iron Mask is going all Thanos up in here. A bug takes out Cosmo and many civilians. Seabook, Cecily, and Gurgit attack the bugs. Birgit is overwhelmed by the bugs and goes down. Cecily says that Iron Mask is working behind her grandfather's and the Rona's back. It would be nice to see a build-up to this betrayal, but whatever. I guess the killing of the stepfather was the build-up. Seabook uses 2 beam sabers and does his best Grievous impression, taking out as many bugs as possible. That was fun. Time for a water break. Such a weird moment to add just a water break in the middle of a battle. Cecily finds the bow of the Zalmath Gar. She pushes the downed Jagan core towards the ship and shoots it, setting off the fusion reactor. Iron Mask goes out in Rafflesia. The XMA-01 Rafflesia is a secret project developed by Iron Mask, and the design resembles a flower. Each petal has a mega beam cannon, 25 tentacles, and 4 rocket thrusters. The mobile armor is also equipped with an eye field generator whose barrier deflects all beam weapons. The Zalmath Gar was designed to hide this unit, which is why it separates. Other weapons include a mega particle gun and a scattering beam cannon. It has an eye field generator and a Neo-Psychomu system that attaches directly to Iron Mask's helmet. Iron Mask begins attacking the reinforcements that just arrived from the moon. The Space Ark pretends to be a refugee ship. Cecily takes on Iron Mask on her own. Seabook says Cecily way too many times during this battle.
Cecily! Cecily! Cecily!
Cecily rushes in to attack, but the Rafflesia tears through her vagina. Zabine has been monitoring Iron Mask's actions. He contacts Gillick Kruger, the captain of the Zalmath Gar, and asks them what they are doing and why they are operating like this. Gillick says, "I don't know what you're talking about, man. You didn't see nothing," since Iron Mask is acting against the Ronas. Zabine says, "I could play this game too," and shoots Gillick in the face. Cecily mentions that he is rebelling just because Meitzer turned him into a cyber new type. Can we see some of this instead of Cecily casually throwing it out as exposition? She calls him an incel that can't take off the mask. Seabook comes in. Seeing Cecily in distress, he is able to activate the biosensor. F91 attacks Kurotso. Throughout this movie, Seabook has been trying to connect the biosensor on F91. His distress towards Cecily causes him to activate it and the multiple constructor armor. This allows him to create after images. Cecily talks to Seabook through new type communication and tells him where he needs to attack Iron Mask. Seabook says okay and destroys Rafflesia and Iron Mask. That was an anticlimactic 40-second fight. Also, he shows Iron Mask his Gundam lips. Oh my, look at those lips. Zabine and the Black Vanguard find the Space Ark and lets them go as he isn't going to act like Iron Mask. They make the retreat. Seabook can't find Cecily on the radar. Monica tells Seabook that he can use the biosensor to find her. In other words, he has to use the Force.
If you only focus on what you see in front of you and nothing else, you'll never be able to sense anything.
He's able to sense a flower as Cecily loves flowers, and in doing so is able to find Cecily. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Gundam F91. You can certainly tell this was designed to be a longer series until it was edited down to a movie, because boy is the pacing all over the place in this one. There are plenty of mobile suits and ships from this movie that we didn't cover, but we will return to this eventually. For now, we are finally making our way to Crossbone Gundam. We have finally done it, folks. In this story, we are heading 10 years into the future to UC-133, where our heroes fight a secret war with the Jupiter Empire. We are also going to circle back and cover the F90 and F91 mangas. We haven't forgot about those. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, not every fight is an epic fight. Peace.